Well, hello everybody, Mr. Taylor. Want to take you through the second part of 16.1, Repaying Loans. So when we stopped, we were taking a look at these three reflection questions and two your turn scenarios. So let's go ahead and step into it. So we had already looked at Alex and his attempt to pay for his books and some supplies uh, during we let's just say his first semester in college. So we actually, if you need to go back and look at the video entitled "Repaying Loans," you might want to go and pull that up and bring that back to memory. But anyway, so we had made some calculation using the Inspire to determine what he would pay if he were to borrow charge $1,000 worth of items on his particular charge card at a 21% rate. So this reflection question one says, what if Alice had saved $333.34 a month for 3 months? How much money would he have? And if he had used his savings instead of his credit card, how much less would his purchases have cost him? So that's the first thing we want to take a look at. And then we want to take a look at Barry's loan at an interest rate of 9% and see how much less would it cost Barry than Alex's loan at 21%. And then lastly, we want to look at if Barry looked into repaying an easy access loan for $1,000 and the upfront cost of the loan is $3 for every 20 borrowed, plus he would still owe 1,000 at the end. So how much would this loan cost him? Okay, so again, if you have not done so, you might want to stop it and see if you can answer these three questions. And when you do so, come back and we'll compare. Okay, question 4 and 5 says, again, to use an online calculator to fill in the blanks. But what we're going to do instead is we're going to use uh, the Inspire. And I'm solely doing that because you just want to get you the feel of that calculator. Now, some of you could be doing the TI-84, but in the district that I work, we use the Inspire, and that's what you're going to use on your state STAR exam, state assessment. So my thinking rationale is let's get used to it. Okay. So again, stop it. And if you don't remember what we did, go back and look at again repaying loan video 1, and you'll see how we was able to maneuver and manipulate the Inspire. Okay. So we talking about Alex. So the first question says, what if Alex had saved $333.34 for 3 months? So I brought back up my financial solver, and again, my number of months is 3. Notice no interest rate. Okay. Notice here, present value, we don't have any money. So there's no present value because we beginning with 0. And payment would be $333.34 because that's what he says he's going to save. And again, we leave future value blank and present value, I mean the payments per year, we type in 12. Now we could have made this, and I just want to share this with you, we could have made this a negative. We could have made that a negative $334. And the reason why we could is to make sure that the future value. But with these business calculators, they'll sometimes they will sometime create that negative number, but that don't necessarily mean that it's actually negative, but we just have to be able to manipulate it here. So again, you can make the $333.34 negative, and then we're going to solve for future value. So once we put the cursor on future value and hit enter, you'll see that if he did save that amount for 3 months, he would get he would have $1,000.02. So this would be the answer to the first question. How much money will he have? Well, the first question says how much will he have? He would have $1,000.02. Okay, that's how much he'd have. Now we want to know if he had used that money that he saved instead of his credit card, how much less would his purchases be? So that means how much less. So that means we're going to take what he did at first. What he spent $1,035.21 with $35.21 being interest. You subtract the $1,002 away. Now here I put this 2 cents on, but actually if he's going to borrow money here and he has $1,000 cash, so actually he's just going to pay the 1,000. So when we would really just subtract 1,035.21 minus 1,000, and that would give us, actually he would save $35.21. Okay, keep that in mind. Even though I just went on and used that part with the calculator, but if he had the $1,000, he didn't spend 1,002. If he had $1,000, he would have saved the $35.21. Okay, so let's make sure we understand that this is what we're looking for here. Okay. Now, question 2 asked us, how much less did Barry's loan at an interest rate of 9% cost than Alex's loan? So we know that Barry's loan was $338.35 times 3 months. That gave us $1,015.05. Now we would subtract that from what Alex spent, which was $1,035.21, and we'll see that Barry's loan cost him $20.16 less than what Alex's loan cost him. Again, you just subtract it. That's what that term less means. How much less? Okay. Now, question 3, pretty unique, but there are several ways we could attack this, but I always try to look at the easiest and then take the easiest, and because it says easy right there, but anyway, I just like to look at the easiest way to address a problem. And it says he's looked at cost of repaying an easy access loan for 1,000. The upfront cost, that means upfront means this is what you're gonna pay before you even get the money. So the upfront cost is $3 for every 20 borrowed. Plus he would have to still pay the $1,000 at the end. So he's gonna pay the upfront cost plus the 1,000. So how much will his loan cost? Well, first thing I need to do is see how many $20 it is in 1,000, because that's what he's trying to borrow. So I will divide 20 into 1,000, and you know how that looks. So 20 on the outside and 1,000 on the inside, and that's going to give me 50. So there are 50 20s inside of 1,000. He says each 20 costs $3 each. So I would multiply that times 20. I'm sorry, multiply 50 times 3, and it will cost me $150 to borrow that $1,000. So how much would it cost me? Right here, $150. Pretty expensive. Okay. Now the actual problem 4 and problem 5 tells us that, well, what about we have a loan amount that's $5,000. Term is 2 years and 7% interest. So we look at these 2 years and we know that there are 12 months per year. So that's going to be 12 times 2, and that's going to give us 24. So we will take 24 and input 24 here for N. The interest rate is 7. And again, present value is 5,000. I put the negative sign in front so it'll give me a positive payment. 0 for nothing in payment. 0 for future value. Payments per year 12. Then I go back up, highlight payment, hit enter, and it tells me that my payment will be $233.86. This is where I will take this and drop this because it's less than 5. Okay, so then I'll go back and create me another document, a calculator document, and multiply 223.86 times 24, and I will get the total amount that I'm going to pay is $5,372.64. I'm going to subtract 5,000 from what that total is, and I'm paying $372.64 for the loan. So monthly payment is $223.86. My total repay is $5,372.64, and the interest paid $372.64. Okay, let's take quickly to look at problem 5. And with problem 5, again, we have the same thing. He's paying 2 years. So again, I'm going to multiply 2 times 12 here to get 24. That's going to be my N. And once I do that, my interest is 21. So it goes here. Again, present value is a minus 5,000. I'm going to leave payment blank, 0. Future value, payments per year, 12. Okay, then I will go and highlight payment, hit enter on my calculator. It tells me that my monthly payment is $256. Now that 8 means I must round the 2 up. So my payment here is $256.93. Okay, and when I multiply 256.93 times 24, I says I'm going to have to pay back $6,166.32. And when I subtract 5,000 from what I'm paying back, I paid a total amount of interest. So my cost for this particular loan is $1,166.32. Okay, I hope you really enjoyed what I put up using this particular format. Want to give a shout out to the K teacher, the business teacher that helped me with this format to get this thing going. Again, if you haven't subscribed, please do so. Any comments, you know I always welcome them. This is Mr. Taylor, and I'll see you soon.